Sha Tin Sunday, 8 on the turf, 2 on the all-weather, and the first race at 12:45. Paul Lally is here. He's going to provide some selections for us, and we kept things underway with the Class 5 over the 1,400 metres. The Khan, a course and distance winner 2 starts ago. Link has the cheek pieces off, the one-eyed blinker going on. Super Glory pacifiers off, but the pacifiers with cowls have been added again. Flying Romantic is minus a hood. Omakase is minus the pacifiers. Wide draw again for Fireball and Bogos. Pacifiers with cowls off, blinkers going back on. The speed map here, Paul, has Omakase leading.
Yeah, there's no real leader in the race, but Omakase has gone forward in his races, and I think he'll press on with it. Fireball, at one horse that has led in the past, has drawn wide, so he'll just need a bit of luck, but I think he can get across with the lack of pace in the race. Super Glory's drawn inside, he won't be far away. Sky Blue settled in midfield last time, the Superwise Dragon. Now, Bogos has got blinkers on for the first time, so they might try and press on with him as well. That's a possibility.
Now, this is 2 starts ago for the Khan. This is the win over the 1,400 metres. He's since raced and finished down the track at Happy Valley over the 12. Fireball's tucked down on the inside and Link out wide. He made some ground up the rail in a recent trial.
Yeah, he did. He's yet to perform sort of on race day yet, Link, at this stage from his 7 starts. But look, I thought it was a strong win here from the Khan. He's raced after this at Happy Valley, but he just seems to like the roomy track. He's finished off strong. He's always threatened to do this, and now that he's won a race, there's no reason, I don't think, in Class 5 he can win and get out of Class 5. So I quite like him in this contest.
It's a good report for the first replay, the Khan. Second replay is Superwise Dragon running 3rd. This is also 2 starts ago for him. He's since been to Happy Valley, stepped up in trip, and was pretty disappointing, but runs a place here, drawn nicely in 1.
Again, another horse I think suited coming back here to Sha Tin, and look, he's drawn really nicely as well in barrier number 1, so he's going to get his opportunity once again. He's been placed 5 times from his 14 starts. He hasn't managed to get that win on the board, but he hasn't been with Cody Mo for too long. And I thought this was a nice run in the bunch field as well. So coming back here to Sha Tin, I think is a big positive for this horse.
That is replay number 2, and Chili Baba is replay number 3. He runs a 3rd here. He was scratched when he was a nominated standby starter after this with a lameness issue. He goes from the 12 to the 1,400 metres and had 2 trials.
Yeah, look, the trials haven't been too bad. Look, he's a bit of an enigma, this horse, because he did win on debut off a 52 rating, and that was down the straight 1,000. But he sort of misses the start. He's on the back foot. He gets back. He runs on strongly. He's drawn wide, so I think he's going to have to go back once again. And then he does this. He sort of runs on really well at the end. So, look, I'm going to put him in, but a very minor line for him.
That's a breakdown of the replays. Is it as easy as race 1, number 1?
I'm going to go that way, yeah. I'm going to go with the Khan. I think he can get out of Class 5 with this win. So he's on top, Superwise Dragon. Sunny Shines. Now, he's another one coming to Sha Tin. I think that'll suit him. And Chili Baba we just talked about. 1, 6, 14 and 7.
Paul with Bowman and Founds to get on the board early by taking the first with the Khan. Race number 2 is a first starter-a-thon. They are everywhere in this, and it's over the 1,000 metres in a Class 4. Funnelite and Grand Nova, they've raced, as has Carrying Resilience, but he hasn't raced since July. Cheek pieces on for the first time. Alluring Lau, Precious Hill, Rising Phoenix, Shiny Rapidash, 1,000 Cups, all make their race debuts. Run Yes Run has the cheek pieces off, the blinkers going on. Solar River has blinkers for the first time, and Double Bingo has the hood off and the blinkers on for the first time. Would have been an easy speed map, this one, wouldn't it?
I think this took me the longest one of the whole day with the 5 first starters in here. Solar River, now he's absolutely streeted them in an 800 metre trial. He's going straight to the front, showing a lot of pace. Carrying Resilience has gone forward as well. Of the first starters, Shiny Rapidash looks like he's got the most speed. Fun Elite there as well. Dan Attack's got the really lightweight, but has run over various distances as well.
Replay time. We start with the race day form. Super 60 runs 3rd here. Grand Nova 10th. He went into this race at Happy Valley on the back of a victory. Now, he was first up, Grand Nova. Draws 13, so out near the outside fence.
Yeah, so that should be good for him. Hugh Bowman aboard as well. Did win 2 starts ago. But again, at Happy Valley, he's had 2 goes at Sha Tin. Has been placed once. So Sha Tin doesn't look a negative for him.
Dan Attack. He went around in Class 5 at Happy Valley last time, runs second, goes up to Class 4, so carries a lightweight for going up. Then Jamie Richards' book, Brittany Wong, so carries even less.
106. He'll think he's loose, this horse. Drawn nicely in barrier 10. Has run well down the straight 1,000 in the past as well. Dan Attack. So with that really light weight, he's actually been placed 5 times over the course and distance, has Dan Attack. So he does like the straight 1,000. No weight on his back. He's going to have to be a chance, I think.
Yeah, on that, certainly. Now we head to some trials, and Fun Elite wins this trial. He's won first up in the past. Solar River, he ends up running 6th in this trial, but the one before this, he was very impressive. It was only over the 800 metres, but he won by 3.
Yeah, so, and he actually won really nicely, Solar River. So I think he's going to go straight to the front. And obviously this is a dirt trial, so he was sort of pushed out a little bit. I don't think he was totally suited by it. Good win by Fun Elite in the trial, though, as well. He's a horse that has won, as you mentioned, fresh. He's drawn the inside gate, but I think he can get across, so he'll get his opportunity as well. Carrying
Resilience in this trial. This is his most recent one. He wins this and scores by length and 3/4. Zach Pert and David Hayes combine.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice trial win from him as well. The cheek pieces will go on him. He has played up at the barriers in the past. That's just a little query. He's drawn okay in barrier 9. He's got speed. I think he'll put himself just in behind the pace, and both runs have been good to date. So, look, I think he's a big chance in this, and Zach Pert on board. He sticks with him. He's ridden him in both the other two as well.
He does. So that's Carrying Resilience. One more to have a look at. This is Alluring Lau, who's had 4 trials. He runs second behind Shiny Rapidash in this trial, and Shiny Rapidash is horse number 7. Yeah,
and look, of the one, Shining Rapidash has got blinkers on for the first time. He was right on the cusp of me, Shiny Rapidash. I was going to put him in. I didn't in the end. And Alluring Lau, he didn't run too badly here, and he'll have the tongue tie on. He was pushed out a little bit towards the end, to be fair.
Shiny Rapidash has had 5 trials, and he was a winner of this trial and then ran 4th in the one after this behind Super Love after getting out to a big lead in that. So, all right, that's plenty of replays leading into the second.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the racehorses here with Carrying Resilience. He's been placed twice in his 2 starts. Dan Attack with absolutely no weight on his back. Fun Elite goes in there for 3rd, has won fresh in the past, and Solar River will give him a chance. He only had the 1 run, and that 800 metre trial was pretty impressive. Has to run over 1,000 here, though. 3, 14, 1 and 10.
It's the Carrying combination for Paul, but not with Rising. It's Resilience to win race number 2. Third race, plenty more first starters in this race too, but we don't run 1,000 metres for it. We go 1,200 metres with Roman Crown and New Future Folks, both having blinkers first time. Packing Angel wears cheek pieces. Bingo Babe, Blue Baron, Honlock Golf, Max Q. They're on debut. Sikanda, Sky Joy, they make their first race day appearance, and Sky Profit down the bottom is minus the cheek pieces. Another easy speed map for you, this one.
Yeah, it took a while this day. Look, Max Q of the first starters with Luke Ferraris aboard. I think he's going to be positive and go to the lead. The other horse here, Honlock Golf, is another first starter, and I think he can go forward. Packing Angels had a couple of runs, has shown some good speed. Bingo Babe. Again, another first starter that's showing pace, but blinkers on for the first time from 12. He might just have to work to get across, but again, has shown a bit of pace. New Future Folks, now, did lead in a recent trial, but with some of these unraced horses, I think he'll try and sort of settle midfield there.
Here is Ben Thompson with more on that horse, New Future Folks. Ben, New Future Folks, a draw, finally a draw.
Absolutely, Mark. It was a big relief when Fields came out yesterday to see him draw 5 or anything inside 10. He's had 4 starts. He's drawn 14 of 14, 10 of 10, and 12 of 14. So, hopefully for him, it's 4th time lucky.
His last start, his last little bit was very good. He was certainly closing on them.
He was a really good run. We had to take our medicine to an extent from the draw. We're just going to be caught wide, forcing an issue and facing the breeze to end up any closer than we did. So, albeit, he had to settle for 6th. It was a really good effort, and feels like he's kept his good form. Obviously 2 seconds from 3 starts. He's got the ability. On top of that, he's trialled really well in between, so hopefully he can break through Sunday.
That trial, He beat Invincible Sage and looked to be doing it really easily too.
Yeah, he felt too. It felt really nice. Or he felt as good as it would have looked. He's always possessed really nice talent. Even from the first time I galloped him on the grass, it was the first time I did put my leg over him. He's always felt to have really nice ability. So obviously it's only a trial and on the all-weather track. And to beat Invincible Sage, though, still gives us confidence that saying that, that I'm sure he would have. He's done it race day, so our bloke still has to do that. Invincible Sage ran really well in the Group 2 sprint last Sunday, so I think if our guy can turn up and run to his trial, it makes him probably the horse to beat.
Blinkers on in barrier 5. Would you like to lead if you can now you've got this good draw?
For sure. I think it'd just be riding him where he's happy. He's obviously ran second sitting 3 pairs back, second sitting last, and obviously trialled really well leading. So providing he steps well, I think it'll give us a lot of options. And from a nice draw, we can just ride him where he's happy, but would not be complaining if we were in front leading.
Top off a good week for you, a close second on Wednesday night with Kuru Magic and a licence extension until the end of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be a great end of the week. Obviously very fortunate to be given the extension at the end of the season by the Jockey Club. We're very grateful. So hopefully we can finish the week with a winner would be perfect.
Always happy. There he is, Ben Thompson, giving us some time on New Future. Folks, we move on, Paul, to Packing Angel. Great Spirit's been in good form, but he's only 2 starts this time in, and Another World. This was his first start. He ends up running 7th and gets a far better draw for this.
Yeah, he ran on quite nicely. He did Another World. Look, Packing Angel, I think, is definitely one of the top 2 in this race. He was fresh up in this one. He'll be second up now. He's had 2 runs. Both runs have been very good and trialled really nicely before. He got beaten by 1.6 chance here in Geneva. So we got beaten by the right horse. It was a good run from him, and I think a win from him is really, really close as well.
Good report for him. On to some of the first starters here, Paul. We've got Max Q running 2nd. Bingo Babe ends up running 7th. The old grubber granny's back in the field.
Yeah, well, he's got the he's got the blinkers on, does Bingo Babe. So I think he'll be a little bit closer from that wide draw. That's what I was talking about Max Q. I think, look, he's showing pace. We know Luke Ferraris likes to lead on his horses. That's why I think, listening to Ben there, I think the horse will probably take a sit 2 or 3 back. New Future folks. But look, he was pushed out a little bit, but he'll come on for this run for sure, Max Q.
One more trial to have a look at. This is Sky Joy, who gets a good draw out of the Ricky U stable. He wins this trial, gets up the inside, never had to go around a horse. He's had 4 of them, and this was a much improved over the other 3.
Yeah, look, he seems to have improved with every trial, isn't he? In particular, this one as well. I thought he was just pushed out a little bit here towards the end. He got that saloon passage through the inside. But look, he can only win, and about here you can see that they didn't move on him at all. So a nice trial from him, definitely. So Ricky, you can pick up some good youngsters.
He certainly can Ricky, but who wins the 3rd?
I think it's of the 2 racehorses. Look, New Future folks, that trial was so impressive, you can't go past it. Packing Angel has got ability, there's no question. I think those 2 is the dead set Quinella, 2 and 3. I'm going to put Sikander in. He's had 3 trials. They've all been quite quiet trials. He's a half to Nakoni County, who won 3 up here, and also Mr. Picasso, who won 5. So the breed that actually goes really well here in Hong Kong. And Hong Lok Golf, I think, is going to get that perfect trial just behind. And he did win one of his 4 trials as well with Harry Bentley aboard. 2, 3, 9 and 7.
And that is the preview for race number 3, the first leg of the Early Treble. A spin around the all-weather for race number 4, and we have a lineup of this. Class 4 over the 1,200 metres with Golden Long at the top, having his 2nd start on the surface and wearing a hood for the first time. Euro Rocks, their shadow roll is off, the blinkers go back on. Robot Knight's a last start winner, carries an extra £8 for it. Jolly Companion, extra 10 on his back for a senior rider. He's won a trial since his last start. Daily Trophy, blinkers off, visor goes on. Solar Up has the pacifiers off. The pacifiers with the cowls are added. Life of Stone has the blinkers on for the first time. speed here, Paul, from Robot Knight and Jolly Companion.
Yeah, Jolly Companion's led in his last couple under a lighter weight. I think he'll try and push on with it. Robot Knight likes to go forward on the surface as well. Off-Road Master, he's got a nice draw. He'll sit handy. Riding High's been sitting handy. Now, Life is Stone with blinkers on for the first time and onto the surface. He has worked well on it in the past, Life is Stone, and the breed by Deepfield Dennery do like it. So we'll see where he ends up. Solar Up, Shanghai Style, Golden Long had a tough run last time. I think he'll get a lot better run this time.
Here is Matthew Chadwick, the rider of Off-Road Master. Matthew, first race day ride on Off-Road Master, but you've ridden the horse in plenty of trials.
Yes, he needed some time just to get going and to build up some confidence and just mature a bit. His first one was pretty good, so we'll see what he can do.
Switches across to the all-weather. Did he find the all-weather surface to his liking?
He seemed to handle it in his trials, so we thought it was a race he could try out, so we're just rolling the dice really and see what he comes up with.
Nice draw and a bit of speed in the race. Can you take advantage of barrier number one and maybe follow those early leaders?
It'd be nice too. He seemed to jump well in his trials, so if there's a frantic pace, we can just set off them and see what he's got late.
There he is, Matthew Chadwick on Off-Road Master. We go on to some race day form now, Paul, with Shanghai Style running second and Daily Trophy fourth. Always trials well, Shanghai Style. Does have a win on the board and was better also this night.
Look, he used to lead. He used to go straight to the front, but they've given him a bit of a sit in his last couple of starts and seems to have worked with him because the horse was finishing off really nicely. He's drawn three. I think they'll all set off the pace again with Hugh Bowman aboard. And, yeah, he could easily run into a placing Shanghai Style. It was a nice enough run here from him.
There he is up the inside. Trial since then was good. On to race day form also around Robot Knight, who wins. He'd been racing pretty consistently on this surface. Jolly Companion couldn't back up the victory from the start before. And Golden Long, barrier number 5, he had gate 9 and nothing went right. He sat wide and was still there at the end.
Yeah, he's the one to take out of the race for me because, as you say, he was 4 or 5 wide. He sort of can do that on the all-weather sometimes, but the way he's sort of finished off about here, he was entitled to come to the end of it and he didn't. So I thought it was a really good run from him and does seem to like the surface, a hood on for the first time from a good draw. So, yeah, a nice run from him for sure.
There it is, and he's been back to the trials and did a good job running second under a good hold in a trial too.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll go with him. Golden Long, we'll put him on top from that good draw. Off-Road Master, we heard from Matthew there. I think coming onto the surface is a good thing for him. Draw nicely won. Now, Dragon Air Force is another who had a tough run last time. He comes onto the surface for the first time. He's by Swiss Ace. And we've seen those breed go really well on the surface. I'm going to put Life of Stone on as well. He should be a massive price. He'll probably be one of the outsiders. Blinkers on, new surface by Deepfield. There's a bit going on there with him. 1, 5, 7, 11.
That is the first leg of the Triple Trio preview, race number 4, and Paul with the top weights, Golden Long. Race number 5 is the second of the all-weather races, and it's over the 1,200 metres. Luck is Back is a newcomer, has form in Brazil, including Group 1 wins. We've got Victory Moments, a 2-time course and distance winner. What a draw for Packing Bowl. Self-Improvement has bolted up in a trial since his last start. Harmony Fire's wins have all been over 1,000 at Happy Valley. And Maniac finally draws a gate, gets the inside for Keegan DeMello and Jamie Richards. Where's the speed come from here, Paul? Wonderstar.
He led last time and showed a lot of pace. Now, Harmony Fire has got the apprentice claim, Brittany Wong aboard, so look, he might try and get on with it as well, but hasn't sort of led this trip. Packing Bowl, well, we know he likes to lead too, so he's going to try and get across. Magniac's drawn a good gate, so he should get a nice run. Self-Improvement led in a recent trial, so the pace in this race is going to be good for sure.
And with Musco racing down on the inside, a good pace is going to suit him. If this last start, any indication to go by?
Good run from him. He looks a winner waiting to happen. He's a 2-time winner already here in Hong Kong. Musco, both over the course and distance. He's drawn nicely, as you say. He looks the one for me. I think he really came out and really stretched out nicely and hit the line well. So a horse who just seems to be really suited here by the all-weather. And the best part of this work was late, I thought. He really stuck his neck out to get second.
John Size prepares him, and John's team are starting to find form with winners at Happy Valley. Luck is back, the newcomer from Brazil. He has had 5 trials, 3 of them this season. He raced under the same name for Morgado Nito.
Yeah, look, Group 1 winner in Brazil as well. Look, he's had 5 trials, you mentioned, so he's going to be quite fit coming into this. He's got American bloodlines right through his pedigree as well. Look, he's obviously going to want further in time because he did step up to 2,000 metres. But if they do go a little bit silly in front, I like the way he finished off this trial. It was a nice trial from him, so I think he's quite a new, a good recruit coming here to Hong Kong.
That is Beauty Waves, Beauty Eternal in that trial. Galaxy Patch, Taj Dragon. They weren't scrubbers.
No, definitely weren't.
This was a trial. Self-improvement. Went like a jet.
He did, didn't he? And, you know, there is pace in this race as well. So he has sort of set behind the field in the past with the likes of Packing Bowl in it. I'm sure, and Wonder Star as well. I think he'll sit just in behind the speed. But, look, he's one of the main chances for sure. He's on the back of this trial. He's a horse that really goes well on the surface.
And James McDonald takes the ride on him. So that's a breakdown of runners in race number 5. You must pass go and pick up $200.
Hopefully we do. Hopefully more. That's the must go. We got him on top here, the 11 to win and beat Self-Improvement. Luck is back. I could give Magniac a chance as well. He's a well-rated horse and he's drawn nicely. I think he can sit behind this hot speed. 11, 7, 1, 10.
That is the preview for race number 5. It is the first leg of Sunday 6 Up. Race number 6 now, and it is a preview time for this Class 4. Back on the turf for it, and it's over the 1,600 metres. Divas 12 has the cheek pieces going on. Flying Luck an extra £7 for his last start win. Jumbo Fortune runs again. He's in pretty consistent form too. Pacifiers with cows off, blinkers go back on. The new number 8 is Special Hedge. Lyle Hewitson and Ben O'Young replacing California Banner. Smiling Emperor has the blinkers off, the hood and the cheek pieces on. Soaring Bronco wears a tongue tie for the first time. We've got Satirical Glory and Ariel. Both of them like to lead.
Yeah, they do. And Ariel back to 1,600 metres. He hasn't been able to lead over 14, but he's led just about every start over the 16. Soaring Bronco, a Golden Darcy's up and trip from 1,200. Special Hedge likes to go forward, but he could be caught wide there from his draw. Divas 12 will try and get some cover from a wide draw as well. It should be a good pace, so every horse will get their opportunity. Smart Beauty races the best when he's back.
Interview time. It's Andrea at Zany. He is riding Solid Win. Andrea, 3 runs back this time in and 2 very close seconds amongst them.
Yeah, no, he's been very consistent. He obviously ran well again the last day. Actually, when I hit the front, I thought he was going to come and win the race. And obviously the horse on the inside got me late, but won quite closely. So he's stepping up in trip, which I think will suit him. We could have done with a better draw.
You're barrier number 13. What are your options from out there?
I'll have to speak to Ricky, see what he wants me to do. He's obviously stepping up to a mile. I think he's a horse that, when you actually ride him, he travels like a 7 furlong horse, and so he's not a slow horse. But when you let him down, it feels like a horse that was obviously ready to step up to a mile. So we'll have to see what happens from that gate. He's a horse that ideally needs a little bit of cover, getting behind something and sort of riding to finish, especially up to a mile. But I'll have to speak to Ricky, see what he wants me to do from that draw.
That is Andrea on Solid Win. Here's Jumbo Fortune, Paul. He's had more races than Hot Mules lately, but he keeps finding the line. He just also keeps finding one to beat him.
He does. Blinkers back on him, I think, is going to help this horse, and I think he's definitely going to get his chance. Soaring Bronco there in the middle, he's like a professional trial winner at the moment. He seems to win every trial. So, look, he generally should run well. But, look, it was a good run once again from Jumbo Fortune. This will be his 5th run for the season. He's had 4 runs already for 3 seconds. So, look, he's deserving of a win. The stable's going nicely enough at the moment as well. So I think he's the one to beat with blinkers back on. I'm going to put Soaring Bronco in as well. The horse that runs 3rd there was a good run, and Alps Affection ran nicely.
He's definitely improved, has Alps Affection. And Golden Darcy ran 4th here. This was over the 1,200 metres. We're going back to the end of October for this race. It was at Happy Valley. He was first up, so strips fitter for a half a length defeat behind Smart Fighter. Telecom Dragon has come out of this race and run second on Wednesday.
He did, didn't he? And look, Golden Darcy, the 1600 shouldn't be any problems for him. I mean, Sky Darcy won the Derby. It's his full brother. So it's from an inside draw, I think he can posse handy and he'll get his opportunity.
But Jumbo Fortune, to go past one, controversial.
Yep. It is. I think he can win. I think he can win Jumbo Fortune after those 3 seconds this season. Alps Affection, he did see him hit the line nicely at his last start there. Golden Darcy and Soaring Bronco. I think we've covered all those 4 well. 6, 13, 9 and 12.
Ticked them all off, but Paul with an easy one to remember. Race 6, number 6, Jumbo Fortune. A feature race number 7 is the Chevalier Cup, and we run over the 1600 metres. Healthy Happy, his last run was in the Celebration Cup. Green and White, his last start was in the Panasonic Cup and he won it. We've got a Telebajil going up to the 1600 metres. Telecom Fighters carries £20 less than his Happy Valley third last start. Patch of Theta placed his only time over 1600 metres. Sunlight Power, he comes out of the Panasonic Cup, and Voyage Samurai drawn barrier number 1, but a most consistent horse as he makes his way into this grade for the first time, Paul.
Yeah, plenty of pace with Telecom Fighters that likes to lead. He should go to the front here, no problems. Voyage Samurai with the lightweight should get a lovely run in behind. Top Gun has put himself there. Healthy Happy's getting on a bit in age now, and the 1600 metres from a wide draw, he might just have to work. Outgate, he'll need a bit of luck from his wide draw. Green and White should get a lovely run, the last start winner. Patch of Theatre likewise. The first starter, Romantic Thor, should be sort of midfield there. Karma likes to get back.
And on Karma, here's his jockey, Vincent Ho. Vincent, Karma comes out of the 1800 metre group race last time. Yeah. That looked a weird race. Was it a weird race to ride in?
Yeah, I think it's not easy for him. Of course, also with the handicap, but you know, he's a decent horse, and I think, you know, back in the mile, he will perform. But even 1800, I didn't feel like it was a problem. But no, it was not the easiest race, I would say. Yeah.
It was very stop-start. They went slow and then took off halfway, didn't they? Which that didn't help him at all.
No, I don't think so. So it's quite difficult. Even the one I rode on Sasa as well. So it wasn't too easy, especially from the back. It won't be easy. Yeah.
He's such a big horse, but a 6-year-old. Is he still learning what this racing cape is all about?
Yeah, I think so. He's still, you know, need time to be more mature mentally, of course. But no, he still don't know what his limit is. So he's just keep improving. You know.
Wide draw, does that matter with a horse like him because he seems to only like to get back and run on?
Of course, it's not the most ideal, but it is what it is, and let's see how the race pan out. Hopefully, you know, he always come from the back, but it's not really necessary to be too far back.
There is a few noted leaders in the race, so the pace does look good in this race.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, as the paper said as well. So let's see how the speed come along in the race.
There is a Vincent on Karma. Off to the Panasonic Cup now, Paul. And gee, Green and White's a good horse, but there was plenty of good horses in this race. Sunlight Power 4th. He didn't have too much luck. He was wide with some cover at times. Young Champion steps up in distance, as does a Telebajil. And he is proven at 1600 metres.
Yeah, he definitely is. I like Young Champions running here over the 14. Now, he hasn't really performed over a couple of starts at 1600 metres, but there's no reason why he can't. And the way he really finished off strongly here, he hit the line well. Sunlight Power, as you mentioned, he always finds trouble, does Sunlight Power. And again, found a little bit here once again. But they finished quite close to each other. There was nothing wrong with Green and White's win, though. And he's a real up-and-coming horse. This is a really good race.
It sure is. He goes up in weight, Green and White, on his back too, from that win up to 122 pounds. We move on now to Voyage Samurai, who's up outside the leader here. Barrier number 1 doesn't know how to go a bad race, and as we saw on the speed map, he's going to get a perfect trip in transit.
He is. He's got the lightweight. He's never finished further back than second in his 7 starts here in Hong Kong. He started off unraced here, and he's just keeping going through the grades. He's drawn nicely, barrier number 1. So he's one of the main chances, I think. And he's the way he wins this, he just really tries hard, and you'd love to own one that tries like he does. And the owners do. They own another one like that.
They do. Voyage bubble. And there's 3 million of them too. So it could be a massive few weeks upcoming for the Samurai people.
Yeah, definitely. So he's going to go in for second. I'll just go with Young Champion with that run under his belt, up to 1,600 to beat Voyage Samurai. Patch of Theta is a very honest horse as well, and it's green and white. I mean, any one of those 4 could win easy, and it doesn't stop there. That's leaving out horses like Sunlight Power as well. 9, 12, 8 and 2.
Yeah, it's a great field. Chevalier Cup is race number 7. Start time is 4:10. Race number 8 now, and this race is over the 1,400 metres and is a Class 3. Lucy in the Sky is very consistent, extra £6 at the top of the book. Mickley makes his Hong Kong debut. We've got Winning Gold with the cheek pieces going on. Alfonso has a wider draw. Glorious Success at his debut in Hong Kong. First Love has placed at the trip. Kaying Superb pacifiers off. Blinkers go on, and the Air is minus the blinkers down the bottom of the book for this race, Paul. A couple of first starters go around here, but Lucy in the Sky likely favourite leads.
I think he will from barrier 10. He likes to go forward. Kaying Superb and Alfonso can both come across. Beauty Glory's never too far away. Now, Eris Nova, he should be able to get himself into a nice position. Charming Legends, one of the debutantes with Glory Success, and Mickley, they normally try and sit midfield, and then the rest horses go back.
Lucy in the Sky, all class. Horse number 1, 3 wide coming around the home turn here, but still too good for Prince of Porty by a half a length. 3 wins from 8 starts, 1 for 1 over 1,400 metres. Can he get it done again?
I think he can. Seven of those 8 starts, he's won or run second as well. He's been up against some good horses. He's another one that really tries hard, has looked really good. He's got to overcome 10. That's why I think they might just take bad luck out and go straight to the front, because there doesn't look another leader in the race. And as such, he could dictate from the front. But you can see him finishing off really well here once again.
That is Lucy in the Sky. Now you're with Alfonso at his Hong Kong debut. He ended up running 3rd behind Glory Elite, who leads up turning for home.
But look, there's not that much pace in the race, and he has got a bit of gate speed. He's up 200 metres. James McDonald will jump aboard, and I think he can get outside the leader. And if he can get outside the leader, or even if Lucy in the Sky doesn't want to lead and he leads himself, I think he's going to be out of trouble. I like the way he fought on here. So, look, he definitely goes, and I think he has a big chance in this race still, even from that wide draw.
That is Alfonso. Via Sistina colours too. James McDonald's been having plenty of success in them. Charming Legend only had the 2 trials since he's been here. This is up at Chung Fa. He's run 3rd behind Kaying Victory and wins this trial, beating Packing Bowl, who runs on the all-weather earlier in the program. He's wins in Australia 1,400 on the Kensington course, which is the inside track at Randwick, where he's also won over the 1,600 on the course proper.
Yeah, so look, he sort of looks like he'll need probably a little bit further in time, but being by deep field, the 14 looks ideal for him. 2 starts, 2 wins in Australia before he got here. Easy trial win. It was a soft trial, but he still won it nicely enough. So Zach Burton aboard, interesting jockey booking for him. So yeah, he'll go in the numbers for me.
There's a bit in his favour, but Lucy in the Sky might be just a bit too classy.
Yeah, I'm going to put Lucy in the Sky on top to beat Alfonso. I think that's a Quinella though, 1 to beat 8. Like Eris Nova, he was 1286 on his debut run here, and he ran really nicely. I'll be interested to see if how much he's trimmed up. We'll get Jenny's assessment on that. He goes in there for 3rd, and also Charming Legend, the first starter here in Hong Kong, 1847.
That is race number 8. It is the first leg of the late treble. This is a good race. Race number 9. Plenty of talent in this. It's a Class 3. It's over the 1,200 metres. Full credit to 3-time course and distance winner. Savvy Brilliant is unbeaten course and distance. Ladies' Choice has won 3. Track and distance also. Game Player Elite has the crossover noseband going on. Sugar Ball's won 2 from 3, but his best form remains in Class 4. Endued has his first start in Hong Kong. Harold Wynn comes up in grade. Also, Sky Forever hasn't done a bad job in 2 starts. this campaign either. So this is a really good race, Paul.
Yeah, full credit, drawn barrier 1. I think it'll just go straight to the front there. Ladies' Choice likes to go forward. Aurora Lady also likes to go forward. The two ladies are geldings. Harold Wynn, he's drawn wide. He's going to have to work a bit, I thought. And Jude's drawn the outside. He'll be looking for some cover. And Savvy Brilliant, look, he's been slow away in this couple, but if he jumps, he can put himself a little bit closer from barrier number 3.
And here is Zach Purton on Savvy Brilliant right now. Zach, Savvy Brilliant has certainly taken the step up to the 1200 very well.
He has. He's not getting the start right though, which is a concern. He's been lucky. He's been in 2 races where they've run along and it's set it up for him and helped him. But if he gets in a race where they go standard speed, it's going to make it hard for himself. So he needs to sort himself out.
So barrier number 3 might not be ideal if he gets the start wrong.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what barrier he's coming out of at the moment. He's coming out really awkwardly and really slowly, and he's actually getting worse, which is a bit of a concern. So, yeah, I don't know how we're going to fix that.
Outside of his barrier manners, did he come on well between those 2 runs?
He's improving all the time, and his last win was very good. He had to make up a lot of ground, and I thought he was quite strong through the line. So, fitness-wise, he's going the right way, and he's going to need to going up in the ratings again.
There is Zach on Savvy Brilliant with a word of caution about the starts with him. Full credit, Paul bounced back after a disappointing performance 2 starts ago on a rain-affected track. This was at Happy Valley. He was in the money, and Brave Star's been almost impossible to beat lately.
Yeah, he's been going so well, Brave Star. Look, he was clear here, and it was just run down late, was full credit. As you say, he's bounced back after that disappointing run last time. Coming back to Sha Tin from barrier 1, I think he'll be in front, so he looks a main chance in the race.
He's a member of the Mark Newnham stable. Ladies' Choice is very consistent. He runs second here. He rarely, if ever, goes a bad race. Karis Teaton gets on well with him. 2 runs back, a first-up win over Mighty Stride, and then chased the Smart Glory Elite in this race.
He did a really good run from him. There was an eye-catcher there with the Storm with that yellow cap as well. You could see him threading his way through, and then got into a bit of trouble late with this run under the belt. It was a really good run from the Storm, so he's one definitely to watch. But as you say, Ladies' Choice is a very honest horse as well.
Couple more to have a look at. We'll start with Swift Descend, who gave David Eustace his first win in Hong Kong. Backed it up with the second over at Happy Valley. He switches back across to Sha Tin, but has strong and consistent form.
He has at the Valley, though. He's had 4 goes at Sha Tin, just been placed once from those 4 goes. So, look, at this stage, I prefer him at the Valley, but he is with the new stable. So, he is going nicely enough here at the moment as well. And you can see him finishing off, just failing to pull back. Was it Sugar on the inside there?
It sure was indeed. Now, we've got more sugar to add to the coverage because his Ball, who's a winner last time, he's in good form, but he needs to produce this form in Class 3, which he hasn't done yet.
No, and look, he's drawn 11. He drew wide last time and went back. Well, actually, he drew 5 last time, but still went back. From 11, he's going to have to go back once again as well. So, I think he's a horse that has shown plenty of sort of ability this season with those 2 wins. But as you say, he's going to have to do it back up here in this grade. It's a bit harder for him.
Good race, this one. If he gets the start right, Savvy Brilliant, the one to beat.
Yeah, he looks progressive, Savvy Brilliant. As you say, if he does do a few things wrong, so he's on top to beat, full credit. The Storm caught the eye finishing off. I'm going to put one of the first starter in Hong Kong here in Jude. He's a recent trial winner. He's had 5 of them. He just needs a bit of luck from 12, but he looks like he's got a bit of ability, this horse. 2, 1, 4 and 10.
Paul with Savvy Brilliant to make it 3 wins in a row and remain unbeaten over 1,200 metres in Hong Kong. And Sha Tin is all done with race number 10, the preview for the last race, and we have Ching with the cheek pieces going on for the first time. Lupo Solitario, he's had 3 trials ahead of his Hong Kong debut. Universal Horizon comes back in trip. Lopan Spirit gets a much better gate. Nam Jong Kingdom goes to 1,600. He went over that distance at Nace before he got here. Sky Trust racing well, but a wide draw. Amazing Victories place 3 from 5 course and distance and can find some bad luck in a race. with Armour War Eagle having 2 good runs for the new stable. The speed map, Paul, and it's Low Pan Spirit to the lead.
Yeah, look, he's been drawing wide and hasn't been able to get to the front, so he's got to draw. When he has won his races, he's sprinted off a slow pace as well, so he'll be trying to do something similar in this, but Prestige Always, I thought Sky Trust will come across, put some pressure on him. Stella Swift, Golden Artie, Lupo Solitario has shown a bit of speed as well in some of his trials. Fallon and Armour War Eagle, he races well from the back.
Here is our first replay. Sky Trust running second here. My Wish just streets them, but was heavily backed to do so. Stella Swift improved after winning down in Grady, ran third here. Prestige Always fourth, and the other one in this replay is Golden Artie, who has won second up. What are we making of these 4?
Prestige Always, I think, is going to get a perfect run from barrier number 2, so he definitely goes in for me. I thought he looks really well placed in this race from a low barrier draw. Sky Trust, again, he always tries hard this one. He's drawn wide, but I think he can get one off the rail, and I think that's the key for him. If he does, then he's going to get his opportunity, but he couldn't quite peg back the really well backed My Wish in this.
He was just slammed in the betting and delivered. Armour War Eagle, Paul, he runs a second here. Namjong Kingdom ninth, makes up some ground, and Low Pan Spirit, on face value, shouldn't be wide because he drew 14 in this race.
Yeah, exactly. So, look, he's going to get his chance, I think, Low Pan Spirit in this, because he's drawn nicely and he looks the leader in the race. I like the way Namjong Kingdom finished off here. You can see him in the yellow colours of the white baldy face, and he sort of he finishes 7th, and the best part was the last 100 metres from him. So, look, he's going to go in the numbers for me. I think he's definitely one that's an improver there. After that run, and he has won second up in Australia in the past.
The newcomer Lupo Solitario, this is the third of his trials. He runs third here behind 18 Carat, winner over 1200 at Te Rapa, 1300 at Tauranga, and also won the 1400 metre Group 3 Bone Crusher Stakes at Pukekohe.
Yeah, he did, and he bet a horse called Orchestral there that went over and was a Group 1 winner in Australia, raced really well. I know a bit about this horse. I actually was in the off-season when I was home. I actually saw him win his debut run at Te Rapa, and he won so impressively that day, and I thought, gee, he'd be a good horse to come to Hong Kong. And now he's up here, so here he is. So, look, I've liked his trials too. I mean, he's improved every one. Being by Satana Aladdin, the 1600 looks ideal.
The Paul Lally racing tours are working well then.
I'll make him the long shot. Hopefully he can pay for the off-season. So, yeah, he's on top. We'll make him the long shot for the meeting here on debut. Prestige Always with a good run. Namjong Kingdom and Sky Trust. 2, 3, 8 and 9.
Oh, he's done everything. New Zealand Tourism Board, Lupo Solitario. Where were you at? See that race?
Te Rapa.
Te Rapa, there you go. They've got her up too. That's the race-by-race preview for Sha Tin on Sunday. Chevalier Cup Day. Really good meeting in the first gets underway at 12:45.